Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Optimus Frank. Before I start, if you like to come to this channel, drop a like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. So what I have for you here is a Deluxe class Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Cheetor. And let's look at the packaging first. We have a nice, a very nice picture or portrait. I don't know, it looks really nice artwork of Cheetor there. It almost looks like he has claws for hands, which is nice. Here's a little bit more art of his alternate mode, his beast mode. Here we have that Kingdom side panel artwork, which is nice, and some other bots to look forward to. I think it's the Cybertron, if I'm getting his name right. Dinobot, of course, and those we expect to see in the future. On the other side, it shows us a 20-step transformation. And you get a better look at his weapon there, this little war club blonde object with the sharp end at the top. So here's a closer look at Cheetor. What's so interesting about Cheetor is that, I mean, he's one of the nicest Maximals there. He's like warm personality, this and that, and but here he looks straight up like a Decepticon. He looks like he can double for both, like a Predacon, and he is a Predator. But he's like one of the friendliest bots in the show. And now here we have this mean-looking bot, and I love it. I think he looks ferocious in this. I mean, he could double as a Predacon most definitely. With this head sculpt here, big crown, no smiling, which is great. He perhaps has. I was hoping for fangs, probably not though. But yeah, he has a nice little mold there. I'm not sure what this is for though, but it snaps in just fine. And let's take a look at his back. Those Cheetor legs, like turkey legs really, but very muscular legs, I gotta say. And here is his back. Now he does have small feet. When you stand him up, he might fall over, but that's fine. I mean, he's supposed to be a fast animal. Cheetahs do not have big feet, so I think they drew the line there and decided to settle on this size. Does have some heel action there where there's some support, so just make sure that this backpack doesn't lean too far back. So aside from that, let's take a look from his weapon. Here it is. Very nice detail there. One thing about Cheetor that is mildly disappointing, I mean not too much, is that he really has no place to put on any blast effect. And that's okay, I guess. But it's other bots do have that, and he doesn't, just fine. And there's nothing to simulate any kind of fire, so he's kind of here without he's bringing a knife to a gunfight, really. So I'm not sure how that's going to play into the Netflix show. So let's look at his articulation. He this little shoulder, I guess, awning is over there. It doesn't really let him move a whole lot without it getting in the way, but aside from that, his shoulder mobility is there. It's just this little thing in the way. Doesn't really bend back just as far back as it does, so it does kind of get in the way when you bend it. He has everything else going for him, bicep rotation, shoulder rotation, even wrist rotation, which is fine. His legs do rotate at the thigh. He can do the splits, it's fine. He does have that heel tilt, which is good. And his waist does not rotate 360, but that's good enough. I mean, his rotation is good enough for me. His head is on a ball joint, and because it's kind of like sticking forward, and that's fine. The ball joint is towards the back of the head, but that's a part of his transformation, which is also a cool part. So let's get into his transformation. And one more thing about his paint job, I just wanted to add it. It looks like he's a pimp in the 70s. I gotta say, it looks awesome because Cheetor is a cheetah, and that's great. But yeah, this is something I expect to see in the movie I'm Gonna Get You Sucker when he got out of prison, and greatest scene ever. Anywho, so moving on, let's get on with this transformation. Let's move the weapon out of here, get it out, and let's see. Where do you start? First, you want to take the head, tilt it back, just to clear it out of the way, and turn it at a 180. And then you take his head. Oh, you have to take this out first. Let's flip these out right there, just to make sure it doesn't get in the way. Make sure they're out. They pass the arms back here. Now you can take the head and you can remove it. Make sure that's lined up. And then you're going to pull all the way up here, and then just covers his head right there, nice and smoothly. And then you want to take his arms and line them up. This is a really easy transformation. But it is kind of satisfying the way everything just goes together. So you want to make sure this little tab here goes in there. Be careful though, don't apply too much pressure, because I mean, if I don't know if my camera can pick it up, you know, with certain little bits like this, you see a little white, and it's a sign that the plastic is giving. I think I got it on this side. Yeah, let me see that white right there? Yeah, that can happen to that. So I'm sure some of you are aware of that. So yeah, this is where it could happen. So you want to line up his forearms to go right there in that little notch, and then once everything's clear, you can just close it up. However, when you do that, you want to make sure that, yeah, okay, these are out of the way. Good. That's closed. And then these fists line up right here. So everything for the most part is nice and flush, and that's the best part of his transformation. You can put his legs into position. You can close these little hip panels right there. Also satisfying. And it's super easy. The rest, you just bring the legs down. These feet fold into these little cavities here, and you bring his legs down. And here he is. And all you got to do is take his tail and you plug it in like so. Now, yeah, he has no firepower really, but you know what? It's just fine. He has speed, you know. And what's cool about Cheetor? Oh wait, his mouth. He does have that mouth articulation. Now, the best part about Cheetor and what I like about him in this line, as far as it's, you know, I expect for not only for his robot mode to have articulation, but his beast mode as well, because it's a moving animal. So he's, I think, one of the first bots that I've had that I've reviewed where front legs and the rear legs are articulate. He can move his paws. His legs also move. He can't move the neck yet, but he at least has this jaw bite there. And his overall look is amazing. I like how it's smooth. You know, it's not like Rat Trap where these seams are really noticeable. They're really tight, and that's great. I also like, even though cheetahs aren't blue, I love how this blue blends in, and it just goes great with this bright yellow. And I gotta appreciate all the black dots and the paint job. And one of my favorite parts is, and I think they nailed it, is, you know, once again, I think he can double as a Predacon in this. He's not nice looking. I mean, cheetahs in general are nice animals. It's just nice looking animals, but I mean, they can be cute. What I'm saying is they can be very scary too. Remember, it's a cheetah, as cute as it is. And, you know, what I think they nail on here is the eyeliner, which is, you know, funny because it just reminds me of that movie Semi-Pro, when they decide to intimidate the other team by putting on guy liner or something. And so I just want to give you some size comparisons next to this, some of these, his Maximal brethren here. Here he is next to Rat Trap, which I think it's appropriately sized, you know, core class. He is a core class, Rat Trap is. So yeah, I like the size difference. Of course, a mouse is way smaller, but for prehistoric times, perhaps they were giant rats. I'm not sure. Let's look at Deluxe Black Arachnia. And here she is as a giant spider. Yeah, I think she could definitely take Cheetor with after a bite. So yeah, she is also a Deluxe, and this is them next to each other. I do have other bots, but you know, I'm gonna save them for future reviews. While she's here, I did get a Black Arachnia card in the box when I got Cheetor in the mail. So yeah, if you don't want to know, this is a spoiler card, so if you don't want to know what happens in the Netflix, just look away or skip ahead a minute. So when you look at this, it does have a sticker that peels off, and here she is, Black Arachnia. It's not really much of a spoiler. What it says down here is becomes a Maximal, and I think that's what it says roughly. I'm pretty sure it does. And this is not new about Black Arachnia. She does leave the Predacons to become a Maximal. I forget what the falling out was, but she does become a Maximal, and she even falls in love with Silverbolt, another Maximal. So let's change him back. It's also worth the time in this video. So you take the tail off, put it to the side, take his feet, just about everything in reverse. You bring this out here, his feet out, tuck this back in, tuck that back in. His feet are all set. Open up this chest cavity, bring out the arms just like that. Take out this. Then you want to open his mouth as wide as you can. kind of poke this through his mouth. Looks painful too. There he is right there. So he's eating that little tab there. Take his head, bring it around. Otherwise, it won't clear through. And there you go. Fix the arms. Make sure, be careful once again with the tabs. Make sure the elbow joint's facing you. Unhook it, there we go. Adjust the fists. And fix the back legs, and here we go. Simple, 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 but very awesome too. Oh, forgot one little detail. Take these little panels here and they hug his waist. You know, so that's one thing I think they got right about this spot is he's definitely lean and cheetahs are skinny and lean and fast. So yeah, I do like how this adds to his leanness overall. So here is Cheetor next to his Maximo comrades, and I still consider her a Maximo learning because right now she's a Predacon until the show airs. But here they are next to each other, and just if you didn't agree that in their beast modes they're not the size they should be, they're definitely the size they should be in the robot mode, which I appreciate, and I do love that about this line. It's very cartoon accurate, and it just brings everything to life from the screen. Just a quick reminder, I am doing a drawing that's not affiliated with YouTube at all, but I am doing a drawing to get this free Netflix Deluxe Chromia. And if you're interested, all you have to do is like and subscribe. I'll do a drawing tonight around midnight, and then in the next Warpath review I do, Kindom Warpath, I will announce the winner. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm Optimus Frank, and take care until next time.